Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo! Ici Carmina Vanessa, votre animatrice. Je suis très pressée de rentrer dans la matrice de EO-Dub. Je suis agitée parce que maintenant, on va entendre qu'agiter!
Hey, hey, hey! OK.
This is a wicked tune.
OK. Yo, cogité, je suis validé. Freestyle, j'essaie toujours de me pratiquer. Hey yo, je suis là puis je vais improviser. À chaque fois que je spit, tu sais que je me suis appliqué. Hey yo, couleur vanille. End of the week, ça c'est toute la famille. On est ici, New York City. On se fait des friends et des amis. Maintenant, on s'engage en français, en anglais, dans n'importe quel langage. OK, maintenant, c'est comme de l'escrime parce que je m'en viens droit dans le mille avec chaque rime. OK, j'étais bien préparé, freestyle improvisé, depuis des années. OK, maintenant, je ne vais pas m'égarer. On était séparés et maintenant on est ensemble. Maintenant je rentre et je tremble parce que je frémis. Je suis trop excité avec l'électricité. Qu'est-ce que je représente? Je représente la province de Québec et Québec Cité. Et je suis dans ma tête. Je vais braver les vents et les tempêtes. Freestyle toujours avec le flow. Je suis capable de modifier même le tempo. Toujours en train de livrer la marchandise. Oh yo, je ne suis pas un apprenti. OK, satisfaction, elle est garantie. On le fait même au ralenti. Hey yo, maintenant je suis le rappeur préféré. Hey yo, c'est clair que je suis anobli. Je t'ai déjà dit que je suis le rappeur préféré. Mais en vrai, qu'est-ce que je voulais dire, c'est que je suis le rappeur favori. Comment?
Hey, EO-Dub, KJT, Morse attack. Guys, that was KJT en français. I don't even know how to do it anymore. Franglais, it's gonna be? Franglais?
Hey, c'est Québec, là.
C'est Québec.
Montréal, là.
OK, en français. En franglais, en français.
Franglais.
There you go. KJT,
Bonjour.
Morse attack.
What's up, what's up?
Comment ça va?
Ben moi, ça va super bien, là. Écoute, c'est un peu surréel, je te dirais, d'être ici en ce moment. Tu sais, dans la géographie et l'espace-temps, le timing est parfait, en fait. Ouais, je suis choyé, je suis blessed.
Yes, 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 yes. Morse, second time back.
Non, moi, je suis jamais venu à New York.
C'est vrai.
This is my first time.
This is your first time
Yes.
for a world finale in New York.
Yeah.
Because you went to the Belgium one, was it?
I didn't go to any. I was very present during the Montreal one. I was
Okay.
there the whole week.
Okay. First time. So first time for both of y'all here.
Well, ben pour une World Final, oui, c'est sûr, mais j'ai déjà assisté à une finale mondiale à Prague. J'étais allé voir cette finale-là de plein gré, comme désuet, et j'étais tellement impressionné de voir l'organisation. Tu sais, là-bas, il y avait vraiment une belle grande équipe de tournage. Il y avait comme des dope MCs. Et le vibe était incroyable. Il y avait des cyphers à toutes les secondes. Il y avait des wordplay qui passaient. C'était comme wow! Tu sais, j'étais vraiment impressionné de voir ça. Puis un peu comme ce que DK a dit tantôt, je me sentais comme à ma place. J'avais l'impression que j'avais rapport dans le décor, puis ça m'a comme vraiment inspiré à poursuivre dans cette direction-là.
Mais je dois te demander, parce que c'est intéressant, t'étais à ta place, mais t'étais spectateur.
Absolument.
Et maintenant, t'es là pour représenter le Québec.
Rien de moins, effectivement, mais c'est ça, tu sais, moi, je gravite dans cet univers-là depuis longtemps, puis moi, à Prague, j'étais effectivement pas comme un rappeur invité, mais j'avais développé un petit peu des skills de beatbox, fait que je faisais des beatbox, j'essayais d'initier des cyphers, puis j'étais tout le temps un peu en train d'être... je mettais mon nez partout, j'essayais de serrer des mains, je préparais un peu le terrain dans ma tête parce que je me disais peut-être que ça pourrait être moi un jour. Tu sais, puis voilà, on est là.
I love it. Morse, tu dois nous raconter.
Quoi?
S'il te plaît. Le début de ton histoire avec EO-Dub, parce que tout le monde a un début d'histoire avec EO-Dub assez particulier. Comment, toi, ton histoire avec EO-Dub a commencé?
So, moi, ma mémoire est pas super bonne pour ces
shit.
affaires-là. Mais, je pense que ils m'ont invité, je pense, pour la 2e édition du EO-Dub. Il y avait quand même des grosses pointures. Je pense Dramatique était là.
OK.
OG Bear de Dead Obies participait. J'oublie les autres, mais fait que j'avais fait... J'ai fait pendant... Chris, ça doit faire 8 ans là,
Quand même.
que j'ai fait les EO-Dub avant de devenir animateur.
Mais comment t'as même entendu parler de eux in the first place? Parce que moi, c'est ça que je trouve le EO-Dub Québec. Tu sais, moi, j'en ai entendu parler d'une manière assez, comment je peux dire, inusitée. Je connaissais pas du tout. J'ai rencontré Guillaume dans un festival que j'animais. Il m'a invité à participer à la Fin des Faibles. Fil en aiguille, finalement, j'étais comme, non, je suis pas prête, mais Puis après ça, animation. Ben, je connaissais pas du tout avant. Toi, comment t'as connu?
So, je vais répondre en anglais pour qu'on ait un peu
Yes,
de...
please.
So, actually, before Guillaume, Jaime, and Benoit did EO-Dub, they had another thing called 11 Check, which was freestyle battles. One-on-one freestyle battles, 8 Mile style.
Nice.
And they did it at this fucking crummy-ass karaoke bar called Trois Minots.
Oh, shit.
And I had just started rapping. So I started rapping really late. I'm a graffiti artist. And it was just from like hanging out with Monkey and my crew, the Filigrane, and they were rapping a lot. So I kind of at first was just freestyling with them. And then eventually I'm like, okay, I'm going to start writing on this page. And so that was like, I remember I was like, yeah, real rappers have to battle and shit. So I'd go up to there with Filigrane, and that was an inspiration for Word Up battles that he did later, which is a huge influence on the French battle rap scene.
In Quebec. Yeah.
It actually inspired France to do their own league.
Rap pour ton dors.
Exactly. So going to this 11 Check thing, and then they transitioned. I forget why, but they wanted to find a new formula that was not battle oriented, and that's where they found out about End of the Week and brought it back to Montreal. So I was already.
You were there from.
Yeah, I was there from.
You were there. You saw the birth of EO-Dub Quebec.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, interesting. And you, Kajite, because I know you went to the show La Fin des Faibles.
Yes.
You learned about it in Prague.
I think before I went to Prague, I knew about the End of the Week, obviously. But to me, I think it was maybe Monkey or Elme with TU, because I've known those guys for such a long time that it might just came across sometime. Like, I don't know the year exactly, but since I gravitate around the hip-hop community, I think it just popped someday. And probably it was Monkey or Elme that introduced me to this via internet, because I'm in Quebec City, you know. I'm not in Montreal.
Exactly.
So to me, je le vois de loin. Je le vois sur internet. And then the first time I did an End of the Week, I was MC du Public. You know, I don't know if this concept is everywhere else.
They were saying UK does that too, the open mic.
It's interesting, yeah.
So
MC du Public.
every edition of End of the Week, they invite MCs from the public to just participate in a cipher or just do your number, and then the public decides which one could be the next contender in the official competition. So I did that twice.
Okay.
MC du Public. The first one, Serenity won.
Shout out Serenity.
Serenity
one of our
won.
EO-Dub sisters.
And then I did it in 2019 in Quebec. I was also MC du Public. I was just going to see, just to see the End of the Week. And then when I was in the actual place, people in the crowd was like, yo, you should try MC du Public. You should try it. And then I did. And then I became the fifth MC. So in 2019. Wow. So there's footage of that. And when I see back, I look at myself and I think, wow, my freestyles really improved since that time. And that's why I understood that freestyling is a muscle. You have to practice that stuff. I thought it was just a God-given skill, but no, you have to work for it. And that's what I understood. And from then I worked on my craft, and then La Fin des Faibles, and now we're here.
Yeah. And it's a really interesting fact that you talk about the muscle you have to work, because we're talking about consistency.
Yes.
Why did I say that word? Consistency? Yeah. Consistency, and how with Jam, which is another representative of Quebec that will be amongst us, we were talking about how, like they said, you could be strong in one level, but if you're not somewhat worked in all the department of the challenge, you can't go nowhere with it.
Yeah, we see in the judging, like, you'll see, like, it's never the MC that, like, oh my God,
killed
one game or two games. It's always like the sneak attack, like, and then the cipher at the end, and boom, that's how you get the championship.
Yes,
consistency.
And what I've heard is the grab bag is the most feared round of
MC versus DJ.
MC versus DJ.
Yeah,
yes, but you
I feel
can't.
like everybody's got a different one they fear the most.
Well, because yes, MC versus DJ is kind of just unfair to the MC. It's like always curved balls, and well, yes, but grab bag.
Actually, you know what? Our DJs are really mean with us.
That's why.
I've seen other editions like New York. They're like, oh, they just changed the beat 3 times, and like, okay, that's kind of fun. They're fucking mean with us.
Yes,
bro.
yes, they are.
Switched up the
evil.
whole rhythm.
Oh yeah, they
the whole-
fuck with us.
But not only that, they
country songs and shit. Fuck off.
they change it at
Love it,
a
though.
random time. You know, they don't switch it on beat. They
No,
switch
not
the
at
beat
all,
off
on
beat.
top.
So now you're
True.
in your pattern and you're rhyming, and then it's a completely different beat while you're saying your bar. So it makes you look bad all the time. So it makes you look like an idiot, and that's why yes, MC versus DJ it's unfair.
Especially, we have both the DJs are beat makers too, and sometimes they'll do the live sets with the MPCs instead of a DJ.
Wow.
Shout
DJ
out to
thing.
you, shout out to
That's
him.
even harder when they do that. Fuck. Oh, jeez.
But shout out to both of them though, because they do
Yeah,
they
they
do
kill
a
it.
great
They
job.
kill it.
They do
Kill
a
it.
great job. Okay, I need to know. Now we're here for the world finale. You got a showcase coming up. You're gonna perform some of your tracks. You're gonna represent Quebec for the finale. What's your game plan? How you getting ready? How you gonna get inspired? Give me the juice.
I practice a lot. I repeat stuff, and I try to freestyle every day with objects, with a random word generator, you know. And I understood that the key to freestyle is just to get into the habit of doing it alone, because at the beginning I was just waiting for a moment to freestyle while there's people around, but that doesn't happen much, so I have to do it by myself, and it's not always as satisfying as doing it in front of people.
I could imagine.
So I had to discipline myself to do it alone, and one day I noticed that I have to make peace with the fact that my best freestyle ever will probably be when no one's listening, you know? And when I understood that, it became more easy for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
So I freestyle alone.
Well, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna note that, and I'm gonna work on my freestyle because I need to work on mine. Morse, how are you getting ready for the big showcase? I mean, first time here in New York, you get to represent Quebec.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 verses that I know really well, and I'm gonna do an English verse. So that one I gotta kind of learn a bit, but I want to do something that the English heads can
Everybody can understand.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it'll go well. Watch me.
And
Maybe sleep the night before.
Yeah, I gotta sleep.
yeah, sleep is underrated. We must sleep because
must sleep.
yes, it's kind of recharging your battery, your mental battery, and rapping is all about mental, so you have to be fully charged to rap. For the showcase, I plan to do a verse that I wrote not long ago. I gave myself this challenge to just pick 2 random words and stick with them through the whole text. It's an exercice de style, so that's what I plan to do. And I can already say the words that I randomly picked. It was chaleur et courage. So I wrote a verse about that, like 80 bars about that. So that's what I plan to do. And it was really different and for me because, you know, when you rap, sometimes you want to change subject every bar just so it rhymes. So the challenge here is to rhyme, punchlines, and keep the subject all together. So that's what I like to do now.
You're great
Nice.
with these things, actually.
Yeah.
I think you got, when you did La Fin des Faibles, you got a lot of creativity points because you're always putting concepts in your things. I really like that about you.
Well,
That's dope.
thank you, because consistency, you know, consistency through the text as well, because what I learned is when you can résumer, quand tu peux résumer un texte avec un seul mot, tu sais là, le texte sur les femmes, tu sais là, le texte sur les outils, tu sais là, le texte sur l'électricité, tu peux le résumer en un mot, so the impact is stronger.
People remember it.
Yes, people remember the guy that did that. So
Yeah.
the impact is really stronger.
I love it. Oh, guys,
Yo, we got to talk about La Fin des Faibles because that's a specific.
we have to talk about. Thank you.
Yeah.
We have to talk about La Fin des Faibles because amongst all the chapters, the Quebec chapter was able, work their asses off to put the MC Challenge on television, cable television, for 2 years in a row.
Yes.
And I don't want to give too much, but you know, there's also the MC Challenge for the 12 to 17 years old that I host. MC Challenge 12-17. And you know, we're in the works for that too. So hats off to the Quebec chapter for that. I would love to interview all the other chapters to see what the plans are and you know what's in the works and what we can help with.
They got now a use case scenario that they can
Exactly,
present,
exactly. So yeah, shout out to that. So the TV show, the 12 to 17. I mean, and I think if I'm not, overstepping, because I am new in the family. By the way, thank you so much, EOW, for having me in the family. Brand new. Y'all welcomed me with open arms. I hope to only make y'all proud. But I feel like one of the main themes is progress. Like exponential progress. And I feel like what we're doing is probably gonna, like UK was talking about, what they're doing with the youth as well. I feel like New York is also thinking about doing something with the youth. So to me, EOW is progress. That's one word. If you could sum up EOW in one word, what would it be? He's like, you go first.
I would say craftsmanship. Yes.
I agree with that one.
Yes.
I agree with that. Yo, I got to say something about the TV show too, okay? So, as I know France has a really big league and they do a lot of cities and stuff. I don't know how many MCs go through the machine. But for this guy to make it on national TV, we auditioned like 300 MCs. It was like 3 super intense days, just back to back. Get up there, rap, shut the fuck up, get up, And so this guy was filtered through this gigantic process. On top of that, doing the MC challenge on national TV on a humongous set with a huge digital screen and it was COVID too, right? So that was a crazy blessing too, because we couldn't do the real EOW, but then boom, this TV show lands. So like now we have the capacity to do the competition, which was incredible. But doing the challenge on set with these crane cameras everywhere, and since it's COVID, like there's no crowd, there's everybody's got a mask on and stuff. Yeah, it's hard. There's no crowd to hype you up. There's just 3 judges grilling you. And the 3 judges were huge heavyweights in Quebec. They're like big
Quite
stars.
Yeah. So that was a lot of pressure.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. And you're right. No crowd. When you're an MC, you need to have the crowd control, but there's no crowd. So how do you do it? And as you said, the 3 judges are big rappers in Quebec, and they influenced me in my writing, in my rap career. They are big influences for me, and like it's intimidating to rap in front of those guys. So, and furthermore, they're the crowd, so you have to get them on your side, and you are intimidated by them as well, and then you have to think about the cameraman that is 1 feet away from your face. Like, yes, there's multiple layers of complexity going on. And yes, I'm proud of myself and I appreciate it. Thank you.
And it was really like, I saw how they filmed it. It's like the filming process is not a natural.
That's what I was going to ask. It's not as organic, right?
No,
it can't feel organic.
You're in the backstage and then they're like, now it's your turn. Get on, move there. The camera's there. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, get off. Like it's crazy.
And then the judges tell to your face what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not a scorecard.
They just say that sucked or that was good, but it's hard on the ego. When you don't do well, it's hard. And these are your idols. They tell you that was nice, that was not, and then you just go backstage with the other people. Like we went backstage like animals. Like, what did they tell you? They told me it was okay. Okay, phew. Whew. Okay.
And that's another thing too, because it was COVID, they basically isolated you in an EOW capsule in a hotel for 2 weeks or something.
Tell us about that.
So that was your whole universe for 2 weeks, right?
It was weird because actually, yes, we wouldn't be allowed to see or talk to each other that much.
It's like jury duty.
And yes, exact. And on set, we had to have masks on all the time. It was exhausting, and those were long days of shooting, because end of the week, it's one evening of fun and partying and drinking, but now you have to be there at 8 in the morning. You go out at 8 in the evening. You're exhausted, and you have to do it again the next day.
That's the thing too. You guys did each game, each
Challenge?
épreuve, yeah.
Round, yeah.
Each round you're doing it one day. That's your one round, and then so you don't even know where you get. And I remember you were off to a bad start, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
right?
the first score that I got was almost the last one. So I had to climb a hill to get to the first place. But I guess it was spectacular. Looking back at it, we're looking at the TV show. You know,
it made for really good TV. Yeah.
Yes, and
No, that was good. The whole the ranking thing. I was always on the edge of my seat, like, oh my god, where he at? Third place. Okay, all right.
because you know, DK earlier said that she had that underdog vibe, you know, and that's what I felt too. Because, well, okay, I was not the underdog because people kind of knew me before, and that I think that played out against me because the judges wanted something from me, and actually I think I didn't deliver what they were looking for. So I think ça m'a vraiment joué un tour.
Ouais.
And after that, I just kept going and doing what I planned to do, you know, because consistency was my goal. And I knew that my first round was not my best round. I knew it deep down, but I knew it was going to be a crescendo. That's what I hoped for, and that's what happened.
But you had it well planned out, and it worked.
Yes.
Hey, a hammer casualty, guys. Man.
That's the thing too. What I love, like when I judged the final, like I was doing EOW for a long time, and then I judged the World Finals in 2015, I think, and like doing the scorecards and looking at these people, I'm like, oh my god, this is not. You're not supposed to just come here and rap. This is a strategy game. You got to think about how you're gonna do this, how you're gonna create a crescendo, fuck with people's expectations. Be extremely prepared on like what, like I'm gonna freestyle, but what I'm gonna do. The box is a museum. Here we go with museum. You know, like there's so much strategy, and that's where I got it. And seeing the world champions do it too, like Rest Turner and stuff, like extremely conceptually prepared. I'm like, oh my god, this is EOW. Okay, and then that just pumped my game way up. So yeah, and you were good with that. You were really strategic.
Well, thank you, man. That's why I cogitate a lot.
Cogitate.
But you know, rapping is only one aspect of the whole thing.
Of course.
You know, so rappers rap, but MCs are more complex individuals, I think. And the crowd control and the creativity, that's why it's almost as important as the flow and the text. It's part of the whole thing. So yes, and you have to put on a show, I think. It's what's the magic? It's not only rapping, it's not only freestyling, it's the whole package deal. How you present yourself, what are you talking about? Is there a concept in your words? Is it consistent? And that's why I love it.
You can't just be like Barzy McBarzy, Mr. Lyrical Miracle up there. No. You got to be a well-rounded artist. And actually, shout out to Vice Veezy for that vision, because when I judge and with the criteria and all that, and like, okay, like there's a system that was extremely well thought out to cover everything. Like from, you got to be a party rocker, you got to be a park bench killer, you got to be a studio. You know, like all the aspects are there, and it's just such a good system. You
know, it's funny because earlier you said craftsmanship.
Yes.
Because earlier I was thinking about what does EOW mean to me. You know, before I came in, I was like, how do you say wordsmanship?
Wordsmith.
Wordsmith.
Yeah, a wordsmith, yeah.
Wordsmith school. But craftsmanship, I think, surrounds it more in a more complete way. Because like you said, it's not just about the wordsmith. It's not just about, it's a whole school.
Yeah.
It's a whole school.
And so, like, I've seen some people, Barzy McBar, go up there and think they're going to murder shit. And no. You're really good in the Park Jam freestyle, but this, you know.
Tell me something, because you spoke about the man, and I won't say of the hour, I mean the man of EOW, Jason.
The man of the millennium.
Of the millennium. That's, that I couldn't have said it better. And, you know, I never got a chance to meet him. I don't think... did you in Prague?
Probably, because il était là à Prague. Je suis pas mal sûr que oui, mais je ne me rappelle pas.
Okay.
Je me rappelle pas. Je suis pas mal sûr que oui. I remember
Most
Poison
probably.
Pen throwing a bouncer downstairs. That's what I remember.
That brought up a memory, eh?
Well, I was actually going to ask you, for those who, and I'll explain how, after you, I'll explain how I feel like even though I've never physically met him, like I kind of know him, which is crazy. And that's, because of the huge family. Anyways, but what's your best memory with Jason?
So when I met him, it was in the Montreal finals, and there was a moment where he kind of came up to our studio, and it was just me and him. I think Kendra was there as well. I'm not sure, but it was just like three. Anyways, and I just played some beats for him that I had up there, and he was feeling them so much, and I was like, because I don't know this guy from New York. Like, you always, like, New York have a reputation of being kind of screw-faced and all, which is not true at all.
It's so false.
Now that I'm
false.
here. And I'm like, yeah, okay, the energy, he had the enthusiasm. He's so enthusiastic. And I'm like, yo, like, he makes you feel really welcome into the whole thing, So, yeah.
Makes you feel like family.
Yeah, exactly. He has that magic touch.
And I like the fact that EOW is anti-battle, anti-battle. I don't know anti-battle. The because I come from the battle scene as well. That's what got me into rapping in the first place, because I was a huge fan of battle rap, and it was done on the internet. And then end of the week is the same craftsman, not the same word play, but in the format of being bienveillant with other people.
Well-intentioned.
Well-intentioned.
It's actually a positive.
Yes,
yeah.
you use your secret weapon to lift up people, to lift up the crowd, and to make people happy instead of dissing people. And this is such a magical way to use rap, I think.
There's actually I like the battle scene, and I think they have a good kind of vibe and family vibe them too, but it's different. The EOW
How is it different?
crowd, I don't know. It's I think he put his finger on it with the bienveillant. It's a little less competitive, a little less snarky, and yeah, it's a different, more. I don't want to sound pejorative with this, but I feel sometimes the battle scene is a little bit more ignorant,
Really?
in a sense. Yeah, they're a little more. Whereas the end of the week scene is a little like people that you can have really good conversations with, like the Uber conversations you're talking about.
Would you say that maybe...
No disrespect to the battle people. I'm not trying to...
I know.
He's trying to diss
battle
rappers.
scene's
He's
coming
doing a battle
for
right now.
Watch when you get to Quebec. They're like, ouais, t'es là, mon calice.
Yeah, it's all part of the strategy. No, but I want more of the battle MCs to come do it, but I think it doesn't click in the same way. Some of them do it in a really good...
It's going to school them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to school them, basically.
Because Bars can do the battle.
Yes.
He can't do
He can't do it. But can I say, and I don't know if I'm right, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe the difference between, general battle rap families and EOW is that even though we're competing for the best MC position, everybody wants to see everybody win.
Yes, that is so true.
It's a competition, but we all want to see each other win.
We had a cipher earlier, and I had goosebumps, and I was like, how is it gonna play out? Who's gonna win? And I think everyone really deserves to win. So this is, to me, the most beautiful thing. And one thing I want to say, like the show. It's about 20 minutes per individual, when we spit, but we will be here for like 8 days. So this is not a competition. It's a networking event more than...
It's a gathering.
Yeah, it's a gathering. So it's a gathering. So the competition is like one night, but the rest is the main thing to me, I think. Yes.
Indeed. Well said. Hey. I have to say, because I asked you guys how you're going to prepare, for the showcase, for the finale, I get the opportunity, I am graced with the beautiful challenge of co-hosting this world's finale this year. Super humbled. I am super humbled. I feel like, I have big heads to reach, the platform that has been put before me is quite so, But I feel like, touching base on what you just said, to me, that was my strategy to prepare myself to host this world finale that has been waited for 3 years. That has been postponed. So, I mean, people have been waiting for this. And not on the most, how could I say? It's not uplifting, but, on a more melancholic note, we're also having the world final without the creator, Jason. So to me, it's a huge final. I feel a lot of weight on my shoulders to be able to bring back, it won't be the same, but to bring back a similar energy. That energy that everybody talks about, that welcoming fire battery in the butt energy. So
in the back.
Oh, whoops. That was my French. Pardon my French. But battery in the back type of energy. So the way I want to prepare is exactly this. To just connect with everyone. I want to know everybody's stories. I want to know everybody's anecdotes. I want to get high and drunk with y'all.
Yes.
Not too much before the finale, but a little bit, enough. And just, inspire myself from this amazing international family. You don't get that every day.
Not at all.
That is, it's EOW, but I mean, it's like, it surpasses what you can imagine when you're talking about, a hip hop family. It's international. And all of y'all, I came here and the love gives me shivers and the welcoming is so freaking real. And yeah, man, all I can say, I'm completely new, like I said, 2 years deep with the MC challenge for the 12 to 17 years old in Quebec. But this year I get to, grace a stage that the big ones have graced. And yeah, I'm just gonna milk all of y'all all week.
Wow.
I'm just saying, watch out.
To me,
watch out.
To me, the fact that the end of the week is a competition, it's not important to me because the competition aspect of it is just a reason to put on a fire show. That's how I see it. And when we were at La Fin des Faibles, because it was filmed and televised, when we were doing the cypher around, I was thinking we are doing a rap video clip together, and I don't want anyone to stumble. I want everybody to be as the best at the top of their game, and that's what happened. The fact that, because if there is a weak link or if someone shits himself or herself while rapping, it's not a good look, and it doesn't give people le goût. You don't want to look at it again. But if it's good from the beginning to the end, it's a good video clip. You want to watch it again.
Value.
Replay value. That's it. Yes.
Well said. Well
Yeah.
said. If you guys had...
Wait, I want to ask you a question.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah. So now you're going to host the 20-year anniversary, 50-year hip-hop super event in the biggest fucking city in the world, almost, I guess, something way up there. But I want to hear your origin story with End of the Week, because that kind of...
Yes. Flip the script.
Yeah. Okay, well, like I said, Guillaume. So Guillaume, Jaime, and Benoit are the creators of End of the Week Quebec. So Guillaume met me in an urban music festival that I host in Montreal. I think it was actually the first year that festival
first
started.
Districts, yeah.
And he met me there. And actually, funny enough, I got a little anecdote. So I was hosting one of the EOW sets, right? Because you guys did sets from the beginning of that festival. I didn't know y'all back then. And y'all were doing your sets, and they were having, I don't know if it was a cypher or a freestyle past the mic. Was it a cypher or a freestyle thing?
I can't remember.
You were there, Ruby was there.
Yeah. Maybe a cypher, yeah.
I was hosting. I was not rapping or writing at all in those days. And they just passed me the mic. They're like, yeah, say something. I was like, no. They're like, do it.
Wow.
So I
Peer
gave
pressure.
I swear to God. So I gave it 2-3 bar. I thought I was, trying to make it slick, talk about Haitian mafia, the money concert, whatever. But actually, they were like, yo, that was pretty good. I was like, stop fucking with me. And then, push the end. And then next thing you know, Guillaume comes and seats me down. And he's like, yo, you should come and compete for the TV show. And was it the second year? Yeah, it was the second year of the TV show. And I was like, I don't know. That's not really my thing. Na, 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 na.
You didn't do the auditions, eh?
I didn't do the auditions
okay.
because I wasn't even writing back then.
Okay.
At all. I started hosting the MC challenge. I was not writing, I was not recording, nor freestyling. I was scared of it. So, and then push comes to shove. He calls me because we exchanged contact. He calls me about 3 months later, and he's like, "We're working on something. It's gonna be like the show, but it's for the teenagers." And I love working with kids. I've worked with kids in the past. And mixing it with music and arts, I was like, oh my God, yes, I'm in.
Wow.
And literally, that's how the love story started. And then
you became super tight with Waita.
Yeah, and then Waita got in the picture. That was a funny one, too. Because I met Waita the first night of the MC Challenge. So first year, first night. But it was one of the nights I was not hosting. It was Goofy that you guys will meet as well. He's coming, right?
Is he coming?
I think he's coming.
I hope so.
Hopefully. He's funny. He's quite the character. He
Yes,
co-hosts
he is.
with me.
Wow.
He's got dreads. He likes to take his hat off to show people that he's bald in the middle.
Half of-
it's
yeah,
a thing.
half
It's
dreads.
all-
No, man.
yeah, half dreads. So anyway, so he was
He's got the
hosting that.
Coolio haircut.
Oh, God. He does. So then I get to the show, and it was about to be done, but I just wanted to go to see how it was, how it went down to prepare myself for the next one that I was hosting. And I catch her outside. We did not know each other at all. Just met. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm Carmina. Wait. Oh, yeah, what do you do with them? Oh, yeah, I coordinate. I'm going to be the host. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. And then, we just could not let each other go. It was so fucking weird. It was like, okay, bye. Are you going to come to the bar tomorrow? Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of circumstantial
It was
things
so
lined
weird.
up.
And we kept doing, we did that for 2 minutes until we're like, okay, well, bye. Fuck, go. I mean, at one point, we do have to separate. But that was the beginning of the end.
The beginning of the end of the week.
It was literally.
Bars.
Literally. And also, so Waita, and on top of that she was a woman in the company, you know what I mean, which were not many. So I was like, oh, another little hard bully one. Yeah, we're going to be two. We're going to be two. I won't be alone. So, and then next thing you know, I started hosting the MC Challenges. She was there. We went to La Fin des Feb finale show where you were the winner. We went to watch it together at a bar with the whole EOW crew.
Okay.
And we kind of clicked even more that night because we got a little tipsy. You know how it is. So got a little tipsy, became even more best friends. And then,
Tipsy besties.
Tipsy besties. And that's how it all began. And honestly, Gavin, which, is a right-hand man of Waita, we ended up having a crazy trio summer where we'd just go party everywhere together and beatbox and sing anywhere on the streets for a whole freaking summer. That was
good. That was the end of the COVID summer.
Exactly.
Wow, did we ever compensate for COVID there? Ooh,
Right?
boy. It was compressed energy.
Yeah. We definitely compensated. I was tired the next summer. But all that to say, it literally started like that. And then the family just welcomed me with open arms. I started hosting. They were happy about the hosting. And then...
But your vibe just fits so well with what was happening with us.
Thank you.
So
But you know what I think it is?
I'm happy you're here doing the
Yes.
New York show.
Thank you, guys. I'm so honored, so humbled, so excited. And... something that I wanted to mention a bit earlier, but I'll go quick because I see it's cutoff time and I talk too much, so I won't do that at the finale.
We got to put you and Maslaw together for a podcast. That would be amazing.
24-hour marathon podcast.
Yeah. Just hit some Gatorades and go.
I just want to say really quickly, because I was even talking to my aunt before I came here, and I have to say to all of you from every chapter, the amazing job you all are doing by vehiculing Jason's energy. Because I never met him in person, but I told Waita that, and I get sometimes emotional, because I told her that, and I'm like, I never met him in person, but you guys, seeing pictures, 1 or 2, 3 videos, and I'm like, I feel like I've known him all my life. And I feel like he's my friend. That sounds even weirder, I know. He is my friend.
He has such a strong personality, though, and I think that's what that's why it transpires so much.
Oh, thank you.
I want to say that I liked that you said that you were scared of freestyling because it is scary.
I'm scared.
And the younger you begin to freestyle, because when you're young, you don't know what scary is. You just
Yeah.
go with your eyes closed. And I love the fact that the 12, 17
Yes.
challenge, because at that age, you don't know it's scary. You just go ahead. And I was terrified of freestyling not so long ago as well, because, I'm a writer and I felt like my writtens will always be better than my freestyle. And I had to accept the fact that those are two different things.
Completely different.
And when it clicked, and then I just followed my intuition, and it's scary, but once you know how to do it, it's so satisfying. You're so proud of yourself because it is scary. So I'm proud that you said that it was scary, but you still did it anyway. So
I mean, I didn't have a choice. They forced my ass. Like, they keep putting me on the spot. So I'm like, okay, I guess I got to try this. So, but I just want to give a little last note because we got to close off. Talking for all the Quebec chapter people, I wish for all the chapters to get a youth version of the MC Challenge, 12 to 17. It's all about legacy, and we got to get them when they're young, and they'll get the best mentorship. And I hope we all get to have a TV show everywhere around the world. So on that note, I'll be rocking and setting your asses on fire Saturday. Woo! You're